Hey friends, what is up? Nice to see you here again. Today's practice is going to be another strong flow. It's going to be between 40, 45, maybe 50 minutes. I don't know yet. You do because you clicked this video. But it's definitely not a beginner class. If you want a beginner class, I do have beginner classes on this channel. More on the intermediate, strong side. We're going to be moving through the entire body, working the legs, working the upper body, doing some nice chaturangas, doing some holds. Maybe a little bit of back bends, opening up that chest, opening up the heart, really feeling good in our bodies. So all you need is a mat, maybe a block if you use a block. I'm using a Liforme mat in case any of you are curious. I love Liforme mats. They are so grippy. So if you're looking to improve your yoga practice, maybe your mat is a little bit slippery, especially if you sweat a lot, which I went through years of, sweating a lot and not really being able to grip the mat as well as I would like. This mat is extremely grippy, so you can kind of really take your practice to the next level. So that being said, let us get started. Again, all you need is your breath, your willingness to do your best, to put in maximum effort on the mat, to really let it all out on the mat. That's why we come to the mat, that's why we flow, that's why we breathe, to feel good in body and mind. So let's get started at the back of our mat in Vajrasana or Thunderbolt. So make your way to the back of your mat, seated in Vajrasana or Thunderbolt pose, hips seated back on the heels. Or if this is difficult for you, you can simply come into a cross-legged position in easy pose, and let's get grounded. So inhale, come immediately to the body, to the breath. Start to deepen that breath, close the eyes, lengthen that spine. Simply getting grounded before we start to move. Coming back to yourself. Coming into your awareness, your open consciousness. Breathing deeply into that belly, up into the chest, and exhaling through the nose. Maybe setting an intention, something you're working on, physically, mentally, whatever it is. Try to keep reminding yourself of that intention throughout the practice. Sometimes we forget. I know I forget. I set an intention, and halfway through the practice I forget what it was that I set. So it's good to just keep reminding yourself and breathing into it. And with that intention in mind, let's blink the eyes open. If you're seated in easy pose, we're going to want to come up into a kneeling position or camel. So knees down, the tops of the feet on the mat. Bring those hands together, interlace the fingers. We're going to do a cat-cow, but like a modified version. On your exhale, we extend those hands forward and we sit back into the heels. Open up the back. Inhale, bring those arms wide, open up that chest. Exhale, interlace the fingers, back to this cat. Inhale, lift up, open up that chest. Exhale, interlace the fingers, back to cat. Let's do one more. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, interlace the fingers, move the hands forward. Inhale, come back up to kneeling. We're going to go for gate. So bring that right leg, extend it out to the right of you. Make sure that foot is about parallel to the side of your mat. We're going to inhale, lift that left arm up and over the head to the right. Bring your right hand down onto your right leg. Open up that side body. Nice side stretch for the left side. Breathing into your side body, feeling this in the rib cage. Maybe in the leg, the inner thigh of your right leg. Inhale, let's come back up. Bring that right knee back to meet the left. Extend that left leg out. Left foot is about parallel to the side of your mat. Inhale, reach that right arm up and over. For gate pose. On the other side, so we're feeling this nice side stretch in our right body, right side body. Inhale, we come back up to center. Bring that left knee back to meet the right. Now tuck those toes in. Bring the hands down. We're coming into a tabletop. On your inhale, let's lift the knees up slightly. So bring the knees about a centimeter or two, an inch or two, wherever you're watching this from. Pressing into those hands, pressing into the fingers. Breathing. Just getting our core warmed up. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands a bit closer to your knees. We're just going to warm up the wrists a little bit. We'll be on our wrists a bit this practice, so we want to keep them nice and warm. Protect them. Moving back and forward. Sitting back into the hips. Moving forward into those wrists. Maybe point them inward slightly. Moving back, forward, back, forward. Keeping those arms straight, pressing into those fingers. Now bring the hands back down to normal. Fingers are pointing straight. Move forward back into tabletop. Maybe adjust those hands. Inhale, lift those knees up again. Holding it here for a few breaths. Pressing into those fingers. Index and thumb, emphasizing a little bit more tension there. Taking a little bit of pressure on the outsides. Taking a little pressure off the outsides of the wrists. Exhale, let's lower, sit back into the heels or on the heels. Shake those hands out. Maybe clasp the fingers, roll the hands each side. Just warming up those wrists. Now from here, something I like doing is I like to use my momentum to come back into a squat. It's a bit hard, so you can just use the hands. We're going to meet in a squat at the back of our mat, or you can try just to sit back without using the hands. Exhale, we fall forward for a forward fold. Start to bend one knee, and then the other, easing our way into this nice forward fold. Slowly start to straighten those legs, so stop the movement. Your hands can be anywhere. Inhale, lift up halfway, either hands on the mat or on your shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, let's walk those hands to the front of your mat. We're coming into a plank pose. So clean it up, bring your feet about hip width apart, hands underneath the shoulders, pressing into those fingers, pressing into those hands. Inhale, bring that right knee to the chest. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, bring that left knee to the chest, really engage that core, keep those arms straight, pressing into those shoulders. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, right knee to chest. Hold it. Now, option to stay here or drop that left heel and move into a side plank. Keep that right knee up in your chest. We come to a side plank on the right side. Keeping that left leg straight, right knee up to the chest. Left arm pointing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, come back. Right knee still reaching for the chest. Exhale, step the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale, left knee to the chest. Now drop that right heel if you want. Come to a side plank. Keep that left knee up towards the chest. We come to a side plank on the left side. Left knee still reaching up. Toes pointed down. Right arm pointing towards the sky. Exhale, bring that right hand to meet the left. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Left foot to meet the right. Good. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal those legs. Got a nice warm up. It got intense a bit quickly there. Good. We're going to continue with a couple of sun salutations just to warm up our movement, get connected with our breath. So come into a static dog if you were pedaling out your legs. Inhale, lift those heels, come high onto the toes. Exhale, walk the feet forward to a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend those knees, roll up the spine nice and slowly. Bring those hands up and over the head. Exhale, hands to chest in prayer. Now inhale, let's sit back into a chair pose. Holding it here. So you're kind of trying to get your thighs parallel to the mat. Sitting down in a chair. Squat, like an air squat. Exhale, fold forward, extend those legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the feet back. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, hold. Inhale, open that chest up, engage the glutes, upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Good. Inhale, come high onto your toes. Exhale, let's walk the feet forward to the front of our mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend those knees, roll up the spine. Swing those arms up. Exhale, hands to chest in prayer. Inhale, let's sit back into a chair again. You can keep those knees apart, those feet slightly apart. The toes don't have to be touching. You can also do whatever you want in this practice. It's your practice. Exhale, we fold forward, extend those legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, jump or step the feet back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, engage the glutes. Exhale, downward dog, good. Now press into those right fingers, really get a nice grip into your mat. Come high onto the left fingertips, or just come onto the left fingertips, and then slowly bring that left hand behind you, reaching to the back, maybe passing your hip, or clasping somewhere on your left leg. I like to keep it just right at my hip. Focus on this like one-handed dog. If you want, you can try and lift that right leg up. Slowly, very delicate balance here. Pressing into those fingers. Exhale, bring that right foot back down. Left hand to meet the right. Good. It's hard, a hard balance here, so you can always just stay in that one-handed dog. Inhale, bring that right hand up anywhere on your right leg. You can clasp it anywhere or simply passing your right thigh or your right hip. Press into those left fingertips. Bend that left knee slightly and then try and lift that left leg up, or just stay in a one-handed dog. Pressing into the left fingertips, really focused, hard balance here. Inhale, bring that left foot back. Right hand back to meet the left. Good. Exhale, bring those knees down, elbows down. Glide through, meeting in an upward dog. Inhale, Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bring that right leg up high, three-legged dog. Keep that right shoulder from opening up. Shoulders nice and square to the front of your mat. Inhale, come high onto the left toes. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Drop that left heel. We're going to rise up for a warrior one. So your hips are closed. They're not open to the side. They're square to the front of the mat. Bring your arms up and over. That left foot, a 45-degree angle inward. So toes more in than your heels. Sinking in to that front right leg. For this nice warrior one, breathing here, coming back to that intention. Bring the hands behind you, clasp the fingers together. Maybe inhale, take a slight back bend, opening up that chest. Now on an exhale, we're going to bend the front body forward for a humble warrior. So bring that torso to the side of your right knee. Don't relax on the knee, so don't simply rest on it. This is a very active pose. Hands are up above you, reaching towards the front of your mat for humble warrior. Inhale, lift back up. Bring your hands to chest in prayer. Now, if you want, shorten your stance a little bit, so heel toe the left foot a bit forward. Put more weight into your right foot, your right leg. We're going to reach forward and meet in a warrior three. So lift up. You're on your one right leg here. Left leg reaching towards the back of the room. Try and straighten it out. Focusing on one point. Allow your shoulder blades to hug toward each other, so you're kind of broadening your collarbones. Try and point those left toes downward. Internally rotate that left leg. Pressing into the right foot. Good. Inhale, let's come up. Keep that left foot above the mat. Now bring the left sole of the foot to the inside of your right thigh or right calf. We're coming into a tree pose. Right hand or hands at heart in prayer. I can't talk anymore. It's a hard class. Reach that left knee back, open up the hip. Stare at one point for balance. Good. Reach those hips forward. Don't collapse them back. Think of always like a nice straight line throughout your body. Everything aligned. Head, spine, hips, leg. Inhale, bring those hands above you. So we're coming in this like sprouted tree, growing leaves. Point those fingers up towards the sky. On your next inhale, bring the left knee up towards the chest. Now we're going to bring that left leg back. Keep those arms above the head. We're coming back into a warrior three. Inhale. This time we have our hands reaching above our head. A different balance here. Really trying to straighten that left leg. Almost like we're forming a T. On our exhale, let's bring that left leg to the back of the mat. Toes down. Crescent lunge or high lunge. Keep that left knee lifted. I know this is getting hard. Hands pointing towards the sky. Broaden those shoulders. Roll those shoulders away from the neck. Crescent lunge. Inhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Twist at the core. Always we want to twist at the core. So now if you feel your right oblique, it's going to be engaged. Good. On our exhale, we bring that left hand down. Collapse that right knee. Come to the knife edge of your left foot. try and step that right leg on top of the left, or you can bring the feet just one in front of the other, or stack them. We're meeting in a side plank on the left side. Really reaching those right fingertips up, hips nice and forward, nice straight line, remember. So not collapsing the hips, reaching them slightly forward and up. On our exhale, we're going to bring that right forearm down, coming into a side plank, but on our right forearm. So we're just switching sides and coming down onto our elbow and forearm. Again, pressing into the shoulder, keeping those hips nice and aligned. Exhale, bring that left forearm down. We're coming into a full forearm plank. This should be easy. I'm sure you all have been in this position many times before. Your standard forearm plank. Press into those fingers. Keep those hips from sagging, core engaged, tailbone tucked slightly. Now, option to simply press into the hands and lift up the elbows. So we're doing like a tricep press. You can simply do like that. We're kind of in this extended plank. Or if that's difficult for you, you can do one elbow and then lift the other. And then after you've done that, we're going to walk the hands back, coming into a plank pose. Inhale, move forward, come high onto the toes. Exhale, lower for chaturanga. Keep everything hovered for 3, 2, 1. Press up, good. Let's do one more. If this is hard, you can always bring the knees down. So inhale, move forward. Simply doing a push-up. Lower elbows hugging the ribs. A few breaths. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth. Exhale all the air out with a nice sigh. Let's do 2 more. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Let it out. Last one. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Let it out. Good. We're going to do the other side now. So no break. Plank should serve as a break. Eventually, when you practice yoga a lot, that's really what happens. Or rather, downward dog should serve as a break. And plank. Inhale, reach that left leg up. 3-legged dog. Keep those shoulders from opening up. That left shoulder from opening up. Inhale, come high onto the right toes. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Drop the right heel. Breathe in, come up to warrior 1 on the left side. So make sure you can see your left toe. Broaden those collarbones. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Remember, warrior 1 is a closed hip standing balance. So it's not like warrior 2 where we're opening up the hips to the side. We're simply closing the hips towards the front. So really press into the back foot. Make sure that right foot is about 45 degree angle inward. So toes just more in than the heels. Clasp those fingers behind you. Take a deep breath in. Open up that body. We're taking a slight back bend here. Engage that right glute. I shake so much in back bends. That's normal, that's fine. Embrace it if that's you. Exhale. Let's bow forward, humble warrior. Bring those hands to the front of your mat. So opening up those shoulders. Don't rest on that left knee. We're not simply resting the body on the knee. We're working here. So we're feeling that left thigh, our core, left foot. Inhale, come back up. Good. Bring your hands to chest in prayer. Maybe shorten that stance. So heel toe that foot slightly forward. Come up onto the toes. Bring your weight into your left leg. We're coming into a warrior 3. So lift up that right foot or that right leg. Point the toes downward. Stare at one point on the ground. Really reaching the left heel to the back of the room. Extending, straightening that spine, staring at one point. Lowering that right hip as much as you can. Good. You can keep a micro bend in the left knee, that's fine. Inhale, let's swing up, keep that right foot off the mat. Bring the sole of the foot to the inside of your left leg, anywhere except the knee, remember. Put your hands to chest in prayer, focusing on one point. Reach that right knee back, open up the right hip. Elongate the body, one line, aligning head to toe. Good. Inhale, bring those hands up above you. Palms facing each other, fingers pointing up towards the sky. Good. Bring that right knee in front of you, up towards the chest. Point those toes downward. We're going to come back into a warrior three. Now with our hands above our head. So exhale, fold forward, bring that right foot back. Try and really draw a nice line from your middle finger all the way to your right heel. I know this is hard. Last deep breath in. Exhale, bring the right toes to the back of the mat. Bend that knee, keep it hovered. Arms reaching above you, high lunge or crescent lunge. Engage that right glute. Feel into your left thigh. Sink into it comfortably, yet firm and strong. This is a strong class, I know, but it's good. We are working hard, and that's the beauty of coming on the mat. We work hard, we breathe. Inhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Twisting from the core. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Collapse that left knee open so the left sole of the foot kind of lifts up, or the left foot lifts up. And then simply bring the left foot on top of the right or in front, whatever you want. Press into that right hand, right shoulder, side plank on the right. Breathing in, keeping the hips straight, pushing forward slightly. Exhale, bring the left forearm down to the mat. We're coming into a side plank on our left forearm. Keep those hips up, engaged. Exhale, right forearm down. We're in a full forearm plank. Feet about hip width apart, pressing into those fingers, into those elbows. Good. Now, you have two options. Either press up to like this tricep dip. If you can't do it, try. If you still can't, then one elbow up, then the other, or you can always just bring your knees down. I recommend this. It's a good exercise for your triceps, for your core. You just kind of engage that core, press into the hands, and we come up. Good. Bring your hands back below the shoulders, coming into a plank, pressing into those fingers. Inhale, move forward, come high onto the toes. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Everything is hovering. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press up, plank pose. Good. Inhale, move forward, high onto the toes. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press up, plank pose. Good. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, hips up and back, or back into downward dog. Good. Take a deep breath. Open mouth. Exhale it all out. Good. 2 more. Deep breath in. Open mouth. Exhale. Last one. Good. Let's just hold this downward dog for a few breaths. Really meditating, looking to this downward dog as
a resting pose, a pose that you can really stay in for a long time. And the more you practice yoga, the easier this becomes. You simply meditate, focusing on that breath, breathing into that belly. Maybe you feel the shoulders. That's okay. That's good. Always want to push our comfort zone on the mat and in life. So important. Otherwise, we just become stagnant. The age-old saying, nothing ever grows in your comfort zone, is obviously very true. So if you notice yourself, you've been in your comfort zone for too long, then shake things up. There might be resistance at first, but you'll always thank yourself later. So maybe say yes to more opportunities, no to things that no longer serve you or don't serve you in the short term or long term, or aren't aligned with what you want. 3 more breaths. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Exhale. Let's move forward. Lower those knees down to the mat. We're coming down onto our stomachs. Bring your hands out in front of you. Elbows beneath the shoulders. Point those toes back. Engage the glutes. Press into those elbows and forearms. We're coming into a Sphinx pose. So opening up that chest. This nice little back bend. Focusing always on opening the front body rather than bending the back. So you want to kind of elongate the spine and then do your back bend. Be careful with compression here. You don't want to feel like your bones are compressing against each other. If you want, inhale, lift those elbows. We can come into seal. Engage those glutes even more. Broaden those collarbones, press into the fingers. Exhale, let's lower down. Let's do a few push-ups here. You can always stay on your knees. I like to incorporate a bit of strength, a bit of pressing movement in yoga. So come onto your toes. Bring your hands down beneath the shoulders. Remember, you can stay on the knees if you need to help yourself with these push-ups. So lift the knees, lift the hips, and then press into those hands. You do a push-up. Good. Inhale, come forward, lower down, hover. Inhale, press up. Good. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Good. That's 3. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. 4. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. That's 5. That's enough. Let's inhale. Let's come back down. Now bend those knees. Now that we've warmed up the backside body, we've done a little bit of back bending. So grab those feet or the ankles, whatever's comfortable for you. I'll kind of grab the tops of the feet. Now slowly we inhale. You're going to extend your legs, so like pulling onto your hands, and that's going to help your upper body lift up off the mat. So on our inhale, we lift up the chest, we pull into those hands, we come into bow pose, engaging the glutes. Let's spend about 5 breaths here, really focused. Last breath. On your exhale, we lower. Good. Straighten out those legs. Let's do 5 more push-ups. I'm sorry if you hate push-ups, but they're just so good for you. They're really all you need. Not all you need, but they're definitely sufficient for so much strength in the upper body, in the arms, in the chest, in the core. So let's do 5 more push-ups. As always, you can modify it and stay on your knees. So inhale, press up, straighten those arms. Good. Inhale, move forward, exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Good. Inhale, move forward, exhale, lower. Inhale, press up, that's 3. Inhale, move forward, exhale, lower. Inhale, press up, that's 4. Move forward, exhale, lower. Inhale, press up, that's 5. Good. Exhale, hips up and back, downward. Facing dog, arrange everything up. Hands about shoulder width apart, feet about hip width apart. Pressing into those fingers, nice, solid downward dog. Don't worry about those heels if they don't reach the mat, that's completely fine. Over time, they may come down or they may not. Some days I can't even reach my heels towards the mat, and that's fine. I don't judge. I just flow. Every day is different. Your body can be stronger some days, more balanced. Just like your mood sometimes. We can get so caught up in how we feel and we think that's how I'm feeling all the time, and it's not. You're just having one of those days. And it's important to recognize that. So if you're ever feeling a bit down one day, know that it will not last. It's just your mind. And through the practice of yoga, we begin to realize more and more that our mind really plays tricks on us. And we recognize that our mind is not us. And we can kind of extricate ourselves from all the ramblings and how much our mind influences us. Another slightly long downward dog. It's okay. Inhale, bring those knees down, move forward. We're coming into a tabletop. Good. Now we're going to cool down a little bit. So inhale, bring that right knee to the back of your right wrist, or it's just to the back of the right hand. Keep that left leg extended behind you. Flex that right foot always. We're moving into a half pigeon here. Inhale, elongate that spine. Exhale, if you want, you can stay here or you fall forward. Bring those forearms down. Maybe grab those hands together. You're shaking your own hand. Nice hip opener for the glutes. A lovely stretch. I spent a day in the mountains yesterday snowboarding, so I'm a bit sore, but had a really beautiful day. It's always so nice to be out in the mountains, out in nature. And everybody should incorporate that into their lives. We all live in cities, and cities, as great as many of them can be, there's nothing like going out in nature and being surrounded by so much life, so much beauty. The snow-peaked mountains all around. If you're blessed enough to live near the mountains and it's winter where you are, it's very good for the soul to always get out, be outside, with friends preferably, or alone. It's always a good time, or it's always nice to be alone as well. Inhale, let's move up. Bring the hands down in front of you. Tuck the left toes in. Let's move our hips back. Bring that right knee back to meet the left. Now we're just going to do the other side. So left knee behind the left hand. Keep that left foot flexed. Move that right
leg back if you need to. My pants are gonna rip here. Inhale, elongate that spine. And then on your exhale, we move forward.
Oftentimes, if I'm feeling low or in some kind of mood, going out in nature, going on a nice hike will always make me feel better. I've never regretted it. Sometimes it takes a little effort and convincing to actually go out and spend a day outside. Your mind tells you, oh no, I don't feel like it, another day. But I've never regretted making that decision, and I don't think anybody would. Focusing on that breath, that inhale, coming back to that intention. I spoke a lot this class. I apologize if it was a bit annoying. Inhale, bring the hands down, lift that body up. Tuck the right toes, bring the hips up and back. We're coming back into a tabletop. Now sit back onto the heels, back in Vajrasana where we started. Now sit over to one side, whatever side you want. We're going to come into a forward fold, so extend those legs out in front of you. Flex those toes, point them up towards the ceiling. Elongate that spine. Bring your hands kind of at your knees, and then slowly start to walk the hands and fold from the hips. As much as you can, however flexible you are here, let's focus on bringing those forearms down to the mat or those elbows down to the mat. Maybe you can inch your fingers to the soles of your feet and you can grab your feet. Great. If not, that's fine as well. So I could do that. Simply folding forward over the knees. Reaching those elbows down. Coming back to that intention. Slowly we move back up. Slowly.
Always want to move in slow movements. Coming into a staff pose. So like an L. And then let's bend the knees, move the hips forward. Come down onto your back. Bring the heels towards the glutes. Inhale, lift those hips up towards the sky, a simple bridge pose. Counterbalance that forward fold. Just a light back bend. Exhale, let's lower the hips, cross that right leg over the left, scoot the hips to the right, and then we're going to come down into a nice twist. Right arm reaching out to your right. Maybe use that left hand to put some weight on the left leg. Deepen this twist. So nice to finish a strong practice with some nice long stretching, relaxing the body, melting into our mats.
calming the heart rate if it happened to go up. Inhale, move the knees back to center, uncross the right leg. Now cross the left leg over the right. Scoot the hips to your left, and then we take a twist to the right. Left arm reaching out to your left, straight, or in cactus, whatever you want. You can place the right hand again on the left knee, just to deepen this twist. Really relaxing. So don't feel any tension or flexion in any of your thigh or your obliques, your core. Just relaxing everything and allowing this twist to just be. Your weight of the legs simply doing all the work. Inhale, bring the legs back to center. Uncross the left leg over the right. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe grab the knees, do some nice little circular motion. This is good for your back, just releasing the back a little bit if there's a bit of tension in there. We held some strong poses. We did a lot of chaturanga, some push-ups. Switch sides. Good. Now grab the outsides of the feet. We're coming into happy baby. So you're going to pull those feet down, the knees sort of past your armpits, and move down towards the mat. If this is hard for you, you can simply grab your hamstrings or the thighs, the back of the thighs. Maybe press one or pull one foot down, then the other. If you want, you can straighten one leg. Holding it here for a couple of breaths. Bend that leg again, straighten the other. Bend that leg back to happy baby. Hug the knees back into the chest. Take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Exhale, extend those legs forward. Allow the feet to simply fall open. Hands down, palms facing the skies, taking all the space that you need. Into our last pose, Shavasana. So feeling that body melt into the mat. Coming into a state of complete relaxation here. After we've worked hard for the last 40 minutes or so. Consciously breathing into the body and relaxing every muscle, every joint. Relaxing those hands, those feet. The main point of contact throughout our entire flow. Always on the feet, always on the hands. That's how important they are. So we want to take care of them, warm them up nicely, and give them some extra attention when we're done with our practice. Breathing and relaxing, consciously scanning our body, relaxing each part. Relaxing the toes, the soles of the feet, the ankles, the calves, our thighs, our quadricep, the hamstrings,
our glutes, relaxing our hips, our core, the fingers, the hand, our forearms, our arms, the tricep, shoulders, relaxing our chest, our neck, relaxing our face, our jaw, not clenching the teeth, but simply keeping our jaw relaxed. Relaxing our point between the eyebrows, the forehead. I recommend spending a few more minutes in Shavasana. You can take all the time you need, relaxing in this beautiful pose, relaxing in stillness and in awareness. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you had a nice class. I hope you feel good in your body, maybe relaxed in the mind. And hope to see you here soon, back on the mat. Have an amazing day or night. Namaste.